is this place? Wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Chargers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Come on. Hit. Drop 50.
Throwing to start the drive. Harrison. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
Check that. Street.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he stopped immediately there. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on 3rd down.
Check contact.
Operating from the gun, Harrison. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked by Ronnie Harrison, and the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the
rush coming, and he's taken down. Channing Tindall, the one who got through to drop him.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get out to the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And finally, down it goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll set up to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside 1/3 of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now back to throw. Touchdown! Chase Claypool, his 2nd touchdown first here in this one. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Chase Claypool, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Chargers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And now they'll take a knee here. And my partner now is speechless, and so am I. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Harris running straight ahead. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense off the offense, now it's their turn to take it downfield.
The Charger drive about to get going.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there for L.A. 49 yards. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
And now the throw here is incomplete. And with that, we come to the end.
Okay, ready?
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Shot, 17. Eagle blue. Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Buying time to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first-half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish. Okay. You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 11. They run again with Harris. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
But they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And a nice play there defensively. And this is a new acquisition, Charles. You and I were talking about it pregame. Just signed as a free agent earlier this week.
Love when they pick up those guys with something to prove. Because any guy who's a free agent off the street, no one else wanted him. So he wants to prove to the rest of the league, you should have signed me first.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Black Ultra.
He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go.
Charles, a nice play there, wasting no time making his presence felt for this defense.
And you know, we heard the same conversation around the league. A lot of people were surprised that he was available and they let him go. And now he's going to make a big-time impact with his new squad.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 36 yards on the play.
Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, you know, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Looking to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll look to throw again. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. They find some open field here.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Hey, move.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. The 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
Bronco switch. Bronco, check. Hey.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9 yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's got room. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
115 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down, this is Harris. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On the give, this is Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They run for it with Harris. And some space here. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look in each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll run again with Harris. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time.
Ready, set.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris, and he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now a give, running left is Harris, and he'll take this one down to the 36. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
To throw on 3rd down, Harrison. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's not 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been...
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Robert Quinn in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll drop to throw. He's got it complete to Perkins. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Okay, right.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He's got it complete to Perkins. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this one is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Back to throw again.
Throw left side, taken in by Claypool.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. Second down coming up. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
He'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Charger drive about to get going. And that pick 6 a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession 4th quarter lead.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talking about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. operating from the gun. Harrison. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Looking to throw. Harrison. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Ready, go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
A gain of 17 yards. The Chargers first down.
Back to throw now on first down. And my goodness, another interception. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Then he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great effort there, keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go, his first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
6-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Open man, completes it to Claypool. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headline.